Welcome back.
We're back. Well,
to the Mycelial Network. So, if you're just joining us, our wonderful human being Will had to leave to go elsewhere to a prior commitment.
He rage quit because we killed time.
It is now us three. And we left off with you in some kind of an engineering room with a funky mycelial network throne that you are all kind of working your way around. And I don't know. So I almost want to just start off with Time just sitting in the chair.
Is there more than one chair, or
There's just one chair.
So we gotta, because you can't hear us.
Oh, I already got out of it.
Oh, you did?
I was telling you guys about it. That's what that charisma check, and then I was like, nope, I'm not sitting there anymore.
Yep, Time sits down in the chair.
And then we found out it wasn't a flight chair.
So Time sits down in the chair, and
point of order, I want to say Bogey and like one of the scouts is kind of guarding the door.
Guarding the door? I think that's totally... Yeah, thanks for reminding me.
Just in case you try to have something sneak up on us, Billiam.
Yeah. Can we take a long rest?
We'll eventually get to that. I'm assuming you are all kind of eventually working towards some kind of a rest.
Yeah.
So Time sits down in the chair and quickly realizes something the moment she connects to this mycelial network, of which she can navigate it in a very, very different way. But she realizes that she's being hunted. Like almost immediately and instinctively, Time is almost kind of running from something that's hunting her.
Mm-hmm.
So we're playing hackers in mycelium.
So what I would like, Connor, since you're on that side and you have Time's character sheet, what I would like you to do is, first and foremost, I would like you to roll a Knowledge Arcana check, please.
Time's good at that.
Time's almost as good as I am at that.
Ooh.
23.
Oh, wow. Okay. So a couple of the questions. So Time doesn't get really any of the info that you got in terms of like the fact that the Rock Queen is in 4 different places at once. That kind of thing was very exclusive to you, Keth.
I feel what I feel, yo.
But Time immediately Time immediately zips through the network as it stands, and realizes an area in which is perhaps causing some of the malfunctioning of certain rooms or that kind of thing, and has an opportunity potentially to repair it.
She would definitely do that.
I no doubt she would, but first, out of the darkness of her mind, she sees Morel coming at her violently and with murderous purpose.
So not sexy Time Morel.
Not sexy Time Morel. I don't know if that was ever a thing, but
anything's a thing when you make it a thing.
Right.
Yeah.
So,
and there was a point where we didn't know that Morel was Time's granddaughter.
So what is Time's wisdom?
14.
Okay, so her armor class at this point, it's normally 10, as I recall, right?
Yeah.
It's going to be 12 right now.
Okay.
So
it's actually 16.
I'm sorry, I'm not.
I bark skinned her.
I don't think bark skin is going
not
to
going to work
mind.
in this mental sort of state.
But what about my love for Time? Can that bark skin her soul?
It's not that much love.
I'm trying.
And also, how many hit points does Time have?
Currently 46.
Like time didn't take any damage?
Oh, I think Time rolled hit die for
for us.
short rest.
Short rest.
That's
So
we take a short rest first, then we do this.
Damage.
Yep.
So the most clear number that I can see currently looks like a 12. Does that sound about right?
That's believable, but I don't remember.
That is pretty believable. So
how does everyone have so much more health than me?
Time is definitely hit. Time is definitely hit by Morel in her dreamscape, in her sort of mental maze of the network. And she takes 7 points of damage. And so now Time has an opportunity to repair the blockage.
Yeah.
And she also knows exactly where the blockage is inside of the...
Right, unclog the machine.
Yeah.
We got
So,
this.
I would like her to make another Knowledge Arcana check, please. In the meantime, you see Time inside of the mycelial chair reacting like she's having a nightmare.
20.
Okay, so you all see that the power in this room, the lights in this room suddenly go, they turn way up.
Mm-hmm.
And
painfully so, or not quite?
No, not painfully so, no. But they see it kind of like go up a little bit of a notch. And the round table with the metal lip begins to flash, almost as if there was sort of a hologram.
Mm-hmm. I'm gonna go check it out.
And it flashes in the sense that like a kind of a dome appears over the table. But it flashes in and out, like it's not quite functional.
Mm-hmm.
Does Time still want to remain in here and work to repair it?
Yes, she does. Can she do anything to stop Morel and give her a little bit more space?
If she does, she cannot do any repairs. It's either one or the other.
Yeah, repairs then, because she is well aware that we can save her if we have to.
So Morel lashes out and attacks Time again, doing 12 damage to her.
Oh, shit.
She's still up?
Still up.
Okay. So Time has another opportunity. So Time is acting as a sort of almost an energetic plumber right now, where there is an intense amount of blockage in a certain area,
mm-hmm.
and she's sending a bunch of energy and like blasting it from different directions in order to kind of clear up the sort of cyst-like blockage. And so go ahead and roll another Knowledge Arcana check.
18.
That time, nothing really happens. There's been no like notable progress. And Morel lashes out at her again, hitting her for 13. That hits, I believe.
Yes.
Okay. And by the way, does time has the spell shield, right?
Yes. Can she use that?
Time could potentially, unless time's out of first level spells.
Could they cast it as a higher level spell?
Yes, you could.
Just a better shield.
Mm-hmm. If you have any slots left, you could use it.
It looks. It appears that she has cast. So she's got one first level slot left.
Okay. So, shield goes.
Yeah.
Extending her sort of magical power outwards, kind of keeping Morel at bay for a second. Go ahead and roll another knowledge arcana.
Not gonna kill time. 27.
27. So
Fuck.
there, time surges all the energy, and you see all the lights actually like go completely dark for a second, and then in that moment, the lights go what you would think up to full power, and that holographic dome just like whizzes to life and is now solid and in place, and it just functions and exists. In that moment, time realizes that she has accomplished her goal.
Yeah, and she pulls herself out of the network.
So as she's pulling herself out, Morel attempts to mentally grab her and keep her here. So Morel, it's going to be a contested ability check.
Okay.
And so I would like time to basically roll just a straight intelligence check. No, I'm sorry. A straight charisma check.
Straight charisma.
Charisma, yeah.
Oof. The beard is a +1 to charisma.
18.
Okay. Morel keeps her in this place. And time takes an extra 7 points of damage.
That puts time down.
Okay.
What does this look like to us?
So time so first of all, time starts to bleed out of her nose.
Mm-hmm.
And then time's eyes completely basically like snap open with a gasp and a cough of blood that comes out of her mouth. She hurls herself forward and off of the throne, and she's unconscious.
Give spare
the dying.
Okay. Boop. And you feel that you have stabilized her.
Mm-hmm. Then I'm now totally gonna check out that orb thing.
Yeah. So
one of you put life potion down their throat.
This is an interesting hologram of the habitat dome that you were in here.
Does it look up to date?
Yes, it does. It is an exact mirror of what's going on in that room. Mm-hmm. But you realize that there is a set of controls that you haven't messed with that are now kind of flashing alive with light and with certain movements that has something to do with the habitat dome, but you're not sure what it is. You'd have to...
The habitat? Like the one that's over the Kashar?
No, this room right here.
This dome.
Yeah,
the arena.
Because remember, well, you probably don't remember because we haven't played in a while, but...
farm dome.
So remember that the habitat dome was like a farm dome. It had porous soil. You know, when Time created her sort of magical earthen fist, it was mainly made of like porous soil. There was not any like form of rock or anything like that.
Okay.
And there were remnants of like grown like turnips and mushrooms and all that, and even evidence of like quadruped beasts that may have been kind of like raised and grown here.
So as Time wrenches herself out of the chair and falls, I would like Berg to grasp her and we'll pop one of those obsidian vials of greater heal into her.
Okay. And that's a 4d4 plus 4, if I recall correctly.
When we realize that it's the Habitat Dome, Keth would like to get one of the scouts to go with him, or like whoever wants to go, and just like, not a lot of people, just like a couple people, and stealth back and see if anything changed in the Habitat Dome.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Like, it's not that far, right? Like, we just came down a corridor.
Not at all.
Keep the door open. I want to push some buttons and then tell me if that does anything.
Yeah. I'm gonna stand outside the room while he's pressing buttons.
Yeah.
Okay. What buttons are you pressing?
But yeah, we stealth over there.
So, what is the arrangement of is it like a 4x4 or are they different sizes?
They're less buttons and they're more like a mycelial manipulation hand tools. Mm-hmm. So you're literally shoving your hand in like a mass of like fungal growths. Right. And it's not pleasant to say that.
Yeah. I wish I had gloves. I'm just gonna.
Yeah, and so within that, I'd like you to make an intelligence check.
Straight intelligence. 18.
Okay. Oh wow. Okay, so this is strange. This is oh god, words. This hologram is a planning tool. And so what you realize is that manipulating these sort of growths that allow you to control this, you can actually plan the growth of certain food out like months and months and months in advance in order to lay out kind of a schematic of like what grows where. And I mean, you actually have to have like people, farming it, but it creates like a tool for optimal growth. For
simulation, basically.
Yeah.
Can I?
And then hold on a second. So I'm going to pause there. So you're sneaking out, and you're heading into the Habitat Dome, and so as you go into the dome itself, it's almost as if you stepped into bright, perfectly hot but not too hot, perfectly bright, sunny day.
Okay, well, what does it look like in there? Is everything kind of like receded, or is it still like?
Oh, it's a fucking bloodbath in there still. there's some cleaning up to do, so to speak. But aside from the dome itself, it's now sort of the perfect growing medium.
It feels good.
It feels good.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're getting a little vitamin D. It's nice.
It's nice.
Yeah.
All right, I'm basically just gonna. Well, I have a lot of movement. I'm just gonna run back and forth and just be like, "Hey, this is what it looks like over there."
I'm gonna
run back and stand in the doorway, but not in the Habitat Dome, while Fisher presses, while Joy presses.
I'm gonna push a button and be like, "Hey, Kath, is it raining now?"
Yeah,
it actually is raining.
We got water. H2O.
Does it look?
Do I know what that is? I don't know.
Moldy?
Does the water look moldy?
That's not a thing.
Moldy water isn't a thing?
You can't really see that.
If it's dirty, I'd have to catch. I'm not going in there.
Well, you're still diseased, right?
Yeah, that's why I don't want to go touch it.
Well, no, I want to like see if there's like a pesticide setting.
What? I'm not going in there.
Interesting. I wouldn't call it a pesticide setting, but I would call it a
fungicide, I guess.
A sort of like pest deterrent. It's something. It's something that the network can kind of set off to deter certain pests that would invade the area. But you're also thinking like so you keep going back to like, okay, you've got the two biolocks, like they were there specifically for a reason. Like you would imagine that like people going into the biodome probably go through the biolocks and sort of purify themselves and clean themselves
Yeah.
in order to come in here and work in this very perfectly, I don't want to say sterile, but for farming practices, sterile region.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Well, it's
Can
not
we-
sterile anymore.
Is there anything?
Oh, it's definitely not sterile.
Is there anything?
It's been compromised.
Is there anything in there now that the power's back on to like check the decontamination rooms? Be like, can I get a little of that sweet, radiation dose?
Who are you trying to decon?
Yeah, I'm not sure what you're asking.
Well, one of us is in. At least one of us. Are you
Couple of us
also?
have exhausted.
Yeah,
wounds.
have the-
Fisher's basically wondering if the decontamination room's coming back on can decontaminate.
Well, you had
Yeah.
to walk through one,
Mhm.
and as it,
Is it back on?
yeah. So you haven't checked the one on the far side.
Mhm.
This one that that you had to go through in order to get to this electrician's like hub or whatever, seems to be permanently damaged by something. You're not really sure.
Yeah.
You haven't checked the other one, but there is a significant amount of power that is now like flowing inside of the room. There are definitely those electricity arcs that you had to kind of like you had to rush through the room in order to like avoid.
Okay.
It'd be nice if we could take a nap somewhere
I'm
safe.
agreeing.
Can you find a safe lockable room? Since or I guess I'm.
Can we lock this room from the inside? This room seems safe.
Yeah,
Like no one
I
opened
would
it for how
rather
long?
be in here than anywhere else.
Yeah.
that actually seems. And then we have resources too.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Back with them, by the way.
So
Do you guys have any seeds?
So
No
Joy, you kind of twist your arm and sort of like move your pinky down and then your index finger up and then twist your there are certain complex hand gestures that you're doing within this like mass of fungi, and all of a sudden the door closes.
You're on the inside of it, right? You're not locked outside.
Oh, yeah, I'm inside.
Okay, cool. Just making sure.
I said I was back with y'all.
Yeah, you were running back and forth, so I was making sure.
Yeah.
Does it feel like we'd be safe for 8 hours?
That's all I'll give you is a head nod.
How locked does this door feel? It was difficult for us to crack, and those blob tars are pretty dumb.
Rot Queen. I mean, she would have gotten in if she could.
She would have
but-
gotten in if she
Mhm.
could.
And
I feel like
it took my brain to actually pick the lock to open the door. So
Yes, it did. Congratulations.
sure, Shorty.
Wait a minute, I'm taller than you.
You can't be taller than me.
I'm 5'1".
I'm 5'6".
Oh, I thought you were 5 foot. Oops.
No.
Maybe you are taller than me.
So
Not by
tell
much.
me what you were doing, folks.
Well, I'm thinking the electricity might be a good deterrent for anything trying to come through that way. And this door lock's pretty good. And it's raining.
Remember, there was an entire passage around the corner. of
Yeah,
this
we
door,
had to
so-
go. So we're not near the biolock, and it's raining in the dome. It's not raining where we are. So,
Yes.
Yeah. I say we risk it.
I say we risk it.
I say risk it too. Set
And
up
there,
a
and
watch.
there are at least 8 of us right now.
Yeah.
So we can
Set up an
take-
hour watch.
yeah, we
each.
can take shifts with like a good 45-minute watch.
Mhm.
Okay. So you all hole up in this room,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
and congratulations, long rest.
Sweet.
Oh yeah.
Oh, shit, back.
I would like to also attune to this
Oh yeah.
spiky, thorny sword thing.
Mm. Mhm.
I assume I don't have spirit
Oh, and
guardians anymore.
can you tell me what's on the bandolier after Connor's attunement? I feel like that would have been talked about in the 8 hours.
Certain potions could easily be identified by either Ferg or time.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll talk about that. I'm saying potions, but they're the little edible
Yeah.
little fungal things.
Yeah.
Um,
Edibles.
And like I said, do
So-
the
Yeah,
attunement first.
Hand me
I'm gonna
the-
do first things first. So long rest.
Can you hand me the pencil over there? Thanks.
So you get all your slots back. You get full
You
hit
call him a
points.
slot.
All that good thing. I'm calling you a slot, baby.
Slot.
And let's see. So you are attuning to this sword, of which I am dubbing Tanaruk's Terror.
Sweet. I was like, first off, does it have a name?
Always.
And
Does it
in
have
fact,
a badass name?
Yeah, I mean, that's what I'm calling it. You can call it anything you want. It's not an intelligence sword. It's not like, calling out to you in a voice or anything like that. It doesn't say, hey, I'm Bob.
But I mean, like, historically, we would have been able to figure out the name.
Yeah. So,
Been around the block once or twice.
So the first thing you realize, you also kind of realized this before in a little bit of a way, but it's very, very present for you now, is that if you die with this sword on your person, you will most likely transform into something. What that something is unclear. But here's what the sword does. And I've got this written down on a little thingy, so awesome. you'll have it, So Tanaruk's Terror. Hit points lost to this weapon's damage can be regained only through a short or long rest, not by regeneration, not by magic, by any other means. Only rest can bring back damage from this weapon.
That's awesome.
Fucking sweet deal.
Once per turn.
It's like a wither sword.
So once per turn, when you hit a creature with an attack using this magic weapon, and by the way, this weapon does not have a plus to it. So it is a magic weapon, but doesn't have a specific plus to it.
So it only had the plus when I was not attuned to it.
Correct. It kind of manifested in a very blanketly, So once per turn, when you hit a creature with an attack, you can wound the target. At the start of each of the wounded creature's turns, it takes 1d4 necrotic damage for each time you've wounded it. And it can then make a DC 15 Constitution saving throw, ending the effect of all wounds on itself on a success.
Wait, it takes damage for each attack?
So for each, once per turn, you can just straight up wound it. And then it's basically taking 1d4 damage per wound.
Oh,
so
nice.
Like if you're fighting someone round after round after round, and every round you do a wound damage to it, it could conceivably be doing like 3d4, then 4d4, then 5d4.
And that's on top of the damage from hitting.
Correct.
I never want to fight you.
You never wanted to fight me.
This is literally a wither
fight you
blade. This
before,
is so cool.
Yeah.
DC 15 heals all wounds.
Yeah, and I'm going to say that it doesn't specify, but I'm going to say it's at the end of their turn that they can make that DC 15 Constitution.
Cool. So and it's a con save.
Yeah.
I got a magic weapon
con
too,
save,
right?
DC 15.
To
alternatively, the wounded creature or a creature within 5 feet of it can use an action to make a DC 15 Wisdom Medicine check, ending the effect of the wounds on a success. In addition to that, if you ever roll a 20 on your attack roll, so essentially critting with this weapon, the target takes an extra 7 damage of 7 necrotic damage. Takes an extra 7 damage on top of what you would already do.
It like gives you like the reckless attack ability of orcs. That's cool.
Yeah.
It's just like an extra die, an extra damage die.
I mean, yeah.
Savage attack, sorry.
Well, I mean, just an extra 7 points of damage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My club does 1d4.
What are you proficient in simple weapons?
Yes.
How strong are you?
How strong am I?
Yeah.
+0.
So I mean,
I'm an older man. Not old, but like upper middle age.
I'm gonna make you an offer. Berg never does shit like this. Would you like the stone pencil?
That's not a simple weapon, is it?
No, that's
It's
a great
not a
sword. But conversely, would you like a quarterstaff? It's just a regular quarterstaff, but it's a D6 or a D8 if you use it with 2 hands. But it's a simple weapon.
I thought great swords were simple.
No, they're martial.
They're martial.
Definitely.
I don't. Where is this?
How the fuck?
What are my weapons?
Oh, and then the
very few.
Yeah, the mushrooms. Think on the quarterstaff.
Yeah.
You can definitely have one.
Well, that's
It'll be like a long
instead,
staff.
right?
It'll be a 6 or an 8 if you use it with 2 hands.
Mm-hmm. I would look pretty cool with the staff.
All right, hit me with that bandolier biz.
So
Especially because I lost my branch.
there's a mushroom that allows you to gain the friendship of animals, essentially casting the animal friendship spell on yourself for 1 hour.
Nice.
Okay.
There is a mushroom that when you eat it, you gain the effect of the clairvoyance spell.
Okay.
The mushroom looks vaguely like a weird eyeball.
Tasty.
There are 2 mushrooms in one of the packs that you identify that have healing properties, so essentially a potion of healing.
Mm-hmm. Like regular potions of healing?
Right. There's one that it's like one of those soft, squishy mushrooms that if you squoze it, it would like poof out a bunch of spores. If you eat that, you already can tell this is the most foul tasting one. It will immediately turn your entire physical body into gaseous, into like a mushroom, like a mycelial, like
A spore cloud.
Yeah, spore cloud. Thank you.
Nice.
For 1 hour.
Oh, and then everyone will have allergic reactions.
No concentration required.
Oh, nice.
Oh my god, I could enter all my friends.
I just like the idea of having to concentrate on being like a spore cloud. You just gotta really focus on that.
Yeah.
There's one that gives you resistance to poison
We need to find a battle
for an hour.
axe.
There is one that there is one that when you eat it, it removes any exhaustion you're suffering and cures any disease or poison affecting you.
That would be nice for you.
And for the next 24 hours after you eat it, you regain the maximum number of hit points for any hit die you spend on a short rest.
Oh yeah.
Nice. Wait, how long does the... Oh, it's just cure poison. Never mind. I thought it was resist poison for some reason.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, you're right.
That's what's on the bandolier.
And we both only had 1 level of exhaustion anyway, so...
Yeah, so yeah, I was thinking to use that later.
Yeah, later, because you keep touching things. Maybe.
But now I know that if I bark skin myself, I can touch things.
Right?
But I didn't know that before. But it worked on time, so like now it's proven.
Right.
That's true.
Maybe next time, as much as I love you, you should test that not in a battle situation.
So, I really like for character roleplay reasons that I made my character super shitty on purpose. But when it comes to like actually fighting and doing stuff, I'm like, man, Fisher, stop making shitty characters just because it's fun.
I mean, you can still be shitty at fighting. You have a 0 strength, so it's not like you're going to hit effectively. But you can just have a weapon that's more you know, useful if it's available to you.
Yeah.
No offense.
Joy is yes. It was mostly because I don't know. I like playing with very limited tools for some reason.
Well, then you're kind of getting what you wanted. A and B, this is going to give you just a little bit more room to, I think, grow. As your character, and so when you're going to know when Joy gets to that moment where you're like, oh wow. Like,
I agree.
Clerics actually have that tipping point.
Yeah, spell wise, he's pretty decent, but he's not
so
amazing yet.
Basically, Keth's gonna walk up to you and be like, "That tree branch hasn't been working for you, friend." And he's gonna pull out his old staff that he hasn't been using. That's just been strapped to his back, and he's gonna like put it next to you. I mean, it's a quarterstaff for Keth, so it's ridiculously tall. And he kind of like
so cool.
He like stands it next to you for a second, and he's like,
Punches the top.
And then he like takes his sword off his hip and cuts it shorter, and it's still taller than you, so it still looks like a cool old man staff, but it's like manageable for you to use. And he like hands it to you, and is like, This served me well. It shall protect you.
Thank you. Quarterstaff. Let's cross up.
Yeah.
I'm assuming it's
It's
been
first
long
roll,
enough
so
that
D6 or D8.
the javelins I poisoned are no longer poisoned and just
Correct.
regular. Yeah.
Same with my darts.
Yeah. I just put them back into my stash of regular javelins.
Oh, and one of your blessings of the Grove of the Ancients goes away.
Everyone's?
Yep.
Yes.
Shit.
You get to choose which one.
I think I only have one left, right? Do I have two?
Well, shit.
I feel like my awesome staff magic has been way more useful to me than the other inspiration one I have that's just like advantage on melee attacks, which is awesome, but I haven't been using it. And then I'm like, also the Boon of Luck's only once per day. But it's like once per day I can roll a d10 do a roll. So that's pretty dope too. Guys, this is hard now. I'm definitely not getting rid of the speed run. I love running everywhere.
Which ones are you choosing from, Connor?
I'm getting rid of Boon of Luck. No, I'm getting rid of the inspiration.
I don't know.
True Sight's been
No, I mean, like, could say them out loud so I know.
So I've got the two from Remolk, where with inspiration I've got the Steel Soul, with
and then
the
Blight.
Insta-Kill, and I've got Blight, which also has Quick Cast,
Mm-hmm.
and then I've got the Term of Heroism.
So those three?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. All of which have been very useful for you.
But I've never actually used the inspiration one, which adds the +2 to attack, +2 to damage, and then insta kill if it's less than 100 HP. But I also keep forgetting to use the part of the Charm of Heroism where if I miss, I can choose to hit once per short rest.
Mm. And
That's pretty brutal.
the insta kill 100 hit points or less, that's only if you roll a 20.
Yeah, it's a crit.
Yeah.
It says crit DC
Just to be
15
clear.
insta kill. I guess I'm gonna get rid of that one since I don't use it, and I already have a +6 to weapons when we ragey.
Okay.
Um,
Do you have more than two that you're choosing from?
I don't. Were the True Sight and the Divination the same one?
No, they're different.
Okay, I'll get rid of the Divination.
Okay.
It takes an inspiration, and I've never used it.
Yeah,
yeah,
that's fair.
I also want to keep Blight for the Rock Queen
Yes,
because
that seems pretty useful.
yes. Also, even if we can't use it directly against her, it'll be really good against the next like squashy gross node
Yeah.
because it does max damage to magical plant stuff.
But the node didn't seem to have much. Didn't seem to take much. Like it was 3 arrows and then my. Poof.
Yeah, but I can do it in one if we have to.
That's true.
But I would rather use it. I would rather use it on her.
Yeah, that's fair.
I'm gonna prep. Actually, it doesn't work against Blob Tars or the Rock Queen. I'm not gonna prep any dirt.
Yeah.
Okay. Do I have a sense of like which direction to go for like the closest of the 4 Rock Queens that I felt?
Yes. So I'm going to use the laser pointer. So in the habitat dome, there is a kind of an access tunnel over here. It's not very obvious. And there is a so inside of that tunnel, there is a mass amount of growth
Okay.
there.
How far?
What do you mean how far? You mean like how far is the tunnel?
Yeah. How far into it?
Probably like 200 feet.
Into the tunnel?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But the big problem that you're seeing is that it's a very narrow area.
We have to
And-
go like single file.
Yeah. It's very, very little space.
I'll just cast Spiritual Weapon and send that ahead of us. And just boop, 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 boop. Anything.
That's
anything
actually
there.
a really, really good idea.
I can move it, yeah.
Yeah, well, and you can cast it 30 feet away from you. So you put it in front, and then I'll go, and then Kath.
And then Time and me, I guess.
We should have Bogey somewhere in the middle.
I don't think I should go that close to the Rock Queen again.
And the rest
That's fair.
of
You can go in the back.
the rest of the nodes is kind of further into the complex that you haven't been in yet.
Okay.
So again, there's that kind of weird fog of war. Like, you know they exist in there, but you can't really pinpoint the locations.
Well, basically, I just told them about that one in the tunnel, and I'm like, what do you guys think? Do you think that we should take out all 4 and it would weaken the Rock Queen more? Or, like...
We are also really banking that this is a node and not actually the Rock Queen.
Well, if it is the Rock Queen, we need to kill her regardless. I think we've already established that.
I think that is a risky proposition for such an area that doesn't require moving around, Bogey says. It's going to put us in a very constricted area. If the Rock Queen has any sort of area of effect possibilities to kill us, it will make it very easy for her.
We should go investigate the mouth of the tunnel at least, right? Like, I mean, I'm up. We just made some coffee.
If it's full of plant growth, I don't really need to go in it. Okay.
Is it full plant growth?
You're
Bogey,
positive.
what if... Well, okay.
Kath is positive. He's positive.
Yeah. Bogey, what if you and I were to, like, pass without a trace in there, and, you know, or even just stealth in there, and when you're close enough, you can take a shot at it. You have your assassination skills, like we've seen you in battle. Like, if you can get, like, the jump on this thing, you might be able to just, like, at least get a good chunk out of it, and we can start there.
If it's full of plants, can we just burn it out?
Or we could just set it on fire.
You all already know that, like,
too wet.
fire is not the best thing.
Fire's not been
way too moist.
Too moist.
I know, but I want to try anyway.
Or, like, you and Bogey can go stealth in there or something. I don't have to get close to it.
I am actually going to vote with Bogey and say that we go further into the complex and
take out the other ones first.
Get her where she's easy.
I have an explosive.
Okay.
Easy.
I guess the next closest one that wasn't like a narrow tunnel, I would try to go for that one.
I need to use my manacles on something.
Yeah, so that's just further into the complex.
Yeah.
So it's a matter of you'll have to start exploring.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But you have a sense that if you get close to one, you can maybe sense it.
Mm-hmm.
So we have this holographic map of the complex, right?
No,
just
the
of the dome.
Just the habitat dome.
Do we see all the corpses and stuff in the hologram?
Yeah, it's all represented.
Cool.
I mean, they're all
Can I
balls of
save with
goop.
hard drive to micro drive?
Interesting. You'd have to play around with it, but you think that is actually possible.
I'm gonna do that.
You can
I'm
save
like,
snapshots.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm like, save to disk.
Do I think if I connect to the chair again, I can get a better sense of which like a path to go, or will that just be like a
There's
waste
one
of time?
path.
I think
Well, there's
there was
backwards
two
or
different
forwards.
directions we could go.
You
from
don't
here.
know.
Okay.
It's possible.
I don't want to do it.
Don't do it.
Yeah.
I kind of want to, but that's because Joy is a reckless maniac of an individual.
Yeah, no. That's
I don't think we'd let you get up
Bird
there.
shuts that down immediately. Just like pulls you back and sets you down. Like, no.
I just kind of sit there, my legs don't touch the ground.
So you end up opening the door.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm assuming you guys are going to explore.
It's like one of those cool Farscape doors where they open in
down
three
the
directions.
corridor.
So you basically round the corner, down the kind of hallway that originally it snaked to the left and then snaked to the right. And it takes you further down The hallway is again 10 feet wide, and
So narrow.
and you can sense that there's that solid steel, like beyond all the vegetative growth that's like lining the walls. And there is so anyway, the hallway goes down, let's see, about 50 feet. It's 30 feet down, there's a double door, you're right. Then if you go all the way down, there's a double door at the very end, and that's where the hallway is.
Let's try the one on the right first.
Check for traps.
Sure. Roll a perception check.
Investigation?
No, I'm sorry. Yeah, investigation.
My investigation is shit.
Can I help?
No, it isn't. Your
Where's-
intelligence is straight up like
Oh,
23.
Oh, everybody
And
drink.
Again, rolling for myself.
Uh-huh.
10.
Oh, 1.
10. You think it's perfectly safe.
You rolled a 1, right? Oh, you
Oh.
rolled a 4.
I rolled
We still
a 4.
drink, whatever. Everybody drink anyway. Because I'm bossy as fuck.
No.
So, do these doors open with another
Managerial.
panel like the engineering room doors?
Yes, as a matter of fact, they do.
The ones, both of them?
Yep.
I would like to pop the panel and open the door.
You
Let's make sure this has the same layer.
I mean, I've done it once already.
Yeah.
So,
So you start to pop the panel, but Kath, you're fully aware that probably either you or Time could connect to the chair and open the door. You also both know that there are associated risks to that.
I'll do it.
you're not sitting in the chair.
I'll go open both of the doors.
It was built by my people.
Are
I mean,
you
we can just
Yeah, I'll do
hack,
it.
we can just hack the door open again.
All right.
It wasn't too hard.
We're gonna leave Bogey and the other 3 archers near the doors. I'm gonna go back with Kat and Time. I'm gonna go back with Kat just in case I have to pull them out of the chair.
So I'll say that you and probably Joy go back to the room.
Mm-hmm. Sorry,
And
Joy.
George is like, why can't we just knock it open like we did last time?
Because this will be faster.
Yeah. I sit.
Hop in the chair.
Yeah.
All
I
right.
pop a squat.
It's a chair.
I squat on the chair.
Roll a wisdom
Is
saving
it a
throw.
dwarf-sized chair? That's important.
Yeah, you're tall as
Yeah,
fuck.
it's a little dwarf size, but all the mycelial the mycelial sort of connections kind of expand out to accommodate your size.
Weird.
Yeah.
So you're
What am I rolling
like
again?
floating above the
A
chair.
wisdom.
Wisdom?
Wisdom saving throw.
Oh,
That
Bro.
is a 6.
A 6.
Yeah.
Okay. You immediately gain 1 level of exhaustion,
Okay.
and you hear in your mind, "There you are.
God. This is a bad
and
idea.
everyone was like, no, don't let Joy sit in the chair.
I've been looking everywhere."
Well, the rock queen didn't come at me last time. Suck my what?
How is Kath looking from the outside?
Like his skin's starting to rot off. So, do you attempt to open the door?
Yeah, I opened the doors.
No, you
Which one? The one on the far
Can I open
one,
both
or
of
the
them?
one to the right? You can choose one now. Which
The
one
one
do you
to the
choose?
right that we were trying to open first.
Okay, so Bogey and the 3 archers, and well, the remainder of the shadows, because there's a few others too.
Yeah.
That door opens. And once again, make a wisdom saving throw. I need you, Keth. I need you to be with me.
10.
5.
5. You take another
What?
level of exhaustion.
Ferg pulls Kath out of the chair.
Okay. And you're ripped from the chair.
Mm-hmm. I'm gonna look at that bandolier that I was looking at earlier.
Ferg is like, what the fuck are you doing? What happened? You're all pustully again.
The Rock Queen found me.
Jesus
She didn't find me
Christ.
last time. I didn't think it would happen, but I was worried because Time had the issues with morale and.
And you didn't want me to fucking just pop the lock like I did before?
Well, I
George
thought
is
I could get
gonna-
them both open at once, but she got me too bad. And anyway, and then you see me like open one of the little like pouches on the bandolier that I'm wearing, and I like pop
You
something.
know,
in.
and Time actually grabs your hand
Yeah.
before you do it.
we left Time with the other part of the party. We needed
No,
somebody
time.
with
No, time came with us.
No. Actually, I heard Connor.
specifically
Yeah,
left
I heard Connor.
Yeah.
Time
But I
over
forgot.
there
I forgot in that moment.
Yeah, no, that's fine.
So you pop it in your mouth.
Yeah, and I'm guessing it's not going to work.
No, it actually works perfectly. Your skin heals up almost at a disconcerting, rapid amount of time. You are left with a few kind of like pockmarky scars, however.
Okay.
Oh man,
Ferg's
you
like, what
foggy
the
now.
fuck did you just eat? I don't recognize that one.
Time was telling me about it when we were resting in the other room. It basically like heals. Well, I mean, you just saw what it did.
So we need to get you like a whole fistful of that shit.
Yeah.
All right, plan.
All your exhaustion is gone.
So now you guys are gonna let me try, right?
No, now we're gonna go in the open door. And no more sitting in the chair.
Nobody's after me.
Did you watch what happened to Kat?
I don't know, man. I don't think you want to sit in this chair.
I mean, I wasn't not watching.
If you really want to sit in the chair and try to open the other door, that's your prerogative.
Look, just saying. So you have big bad McQueenie after you. The weird, distorted, evil granddaughter
You
is
have
after
30
time.
seconds, and then we're leaving.
30 seconds.
And the
Sit in
only
chair.
person who's after me is the. Oh yeah, I sit in the chair. I forgot that. Yep. Boop. I'm assuming nothing will happen.
Burke starts counting down.
Well, okay. So so you start counting down. The moment you start counting down, you hear sounds of protest coming from around the corner down the hallway. So what we're doing is we're rolling for initiative, and y'all are going to get there you're going to be able to act one round later.
Yeah.
Because something walked through that door,
Mhm.
and it's not good. So I need everyone to roll initiative.
Do you want me to roll me and Bogey separately?
Yes, actually.
Yeah, since you guys are all separate.
Bogey's going to be the shiny die.
And
Oh, where's the?
Bogey got a
This is dryer.
24, and Keth got an 8.
What'd you get?
Time got a 3,
Ooh.
and Ferg has an 11.
All right, I got a 19. And then so 24, 19, 11. What was
8. Keth got an 8.
8? Yeah, okay. Said shiny 1. All right.
Oh, I moved them. Sorry.
Oh, okay.
I rolled a 20 and a 4. I mean, I rolled a 20 and a 4, and then I have
Alright,
plus
so-
4 for both of them.
Berg.
I always roll 20s on initiative. Isn't that
Keth.
fucking annoying?
you ready?
What did you roll?
You can put Bill down at 17.
Excellent.
And
And this is everyone, right? I feel like I'm missing somebody. I don't think I am.
Shadows.
Oh, I thought that was with you.
No,
Oh,
let's
they're
put
good
Shadows
guys.
down at the end.
All right.
It will be at the end of everyone.
I was gonna wait to roll Time's portents until what was here, but we might need these.
Just rolling that 20.
No,
Oh, okay.
It was like a 19, though.
no,
Is that 13?
yes.
not important.
I rolled a
Hey, it was a good one.
Y'all don't know what I rolled. Pretend
Sorry.
you didn't see that.
Okay, this is the correct order.
Stop metagaming, guys.
This is right. This is correct.
Yes, accurate.
Correct?
Cool.
Yeah. All right. So, Bogey, the shadows, time. They see a creature just straight out of the stuff of nightmares. It is a gigantic, hovering fungi. A weird. It looks like a tumorous piece of fungus with a bunch of separate tentacles that are sort of like wavering about all over its body. And below its body, there is this strange bioluminescent light that allows it to kind of like hover.
Gross.
So it's essentially flying.
Mhm.
And the moment that the door opened up, it basically just almost silently hovered in. So you heard all the protestations from the shadows and a little bit from time, but no indication of like what's assaulting them.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
So Bogey sees this creature. What does Bogey do?
Bogey sees this creature and is like, no, fuck this. And is basically going to back up a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
As they're like loading a crossbow bolt, they're gonna just take aim and try to shoot for like what looks like a vital center area.
Which Bogey just like, what? I have no clue what that is.
It's like trying to shoot a tree.
During it, because of the assassinate ability, this is going to be an advantage. During its first turn, the assassin has advantage on attack rolls against any creature that hasn't taken a turn.
So there's going to be a caveat to this one.
Mm-hmm.
Bogey's going to have to roll to identify this creature, what it is, what it's capable of, that kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
Roll a knowledge nature check, please.
Okay.
Is it a fungal flump?
I love them fungal flumps. I like the third up. Wow. That was cocked.
Don't patronize me. I rolled a 1. Everybody can drink to that.
Got it. So here's the deal. Bogey can still roll at advantage, but will not get sneak attack.
Won't get sneak attack?
No.
That sucks.
Yeah.
Oh.
Are you hit with a 14?
Bogey's arrow just like shatters over its oddly hard outer sort of exoskeleton.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. But,
Shit dicks.
basically, Bogey's gonna holler down the hallway at them and just be like,
Yeah.
y'all, we need some help over here.
Yeah. Something is a myth.
Yeah.
Your thought was a myth.
And so
useless.
after Bogey is Joy.
Hey. Well, Joy is still in the has sat in the chair.
Yeah, right. So we're skipping Joy. We're basically skipping all three of you. So we've got now we go to myself.
Yes.
Yeah, they basically all have a surprise round on us because we don't know what the fuck's going on yet.
But it means we can't take any damage this surprise round. So, I mean, if time dies, I mean, that sucks, but it's not me dying.
But I'd like one of you to please roll a d4.
1.
Okay.
That was the best option.
If I roll a 1 on a d6, it targets Bogey, and if I roll a 2, it targets time. So I rolled none of those things, which means it targets one of the shadows.
Not Lee.
So one of the weird stalks lights up with a darkish lavender light and fires a ray that essentially hits one of the shadows, one of the archers, and they just go completely rigid, and fall over.
Like die?
You're not sure. Mostly because you're not there.
Well, Bogey is there.
Bogey just sees that rigid fall over.
Okay.
Eyes are still open. Breathing is barely happening, but still happening.
Petrified.
Does time recognize the spell? Or the effect?
It's some kind of a paralyzation effect. Yeah.
Cool.
And then it floats basically right next to time.
Right next to time.
And its its center mass is starting to split open in a very weird sort of way.
Oh no, is it gonna eat her?
Skip Ferg, skip Keth. What's time do?
Fireball.
I don't think time has fireball yet. It's like a 5th level spell, right?
I don't know. Fire. Explosion. Load enemies.
So
Cast a grenade.
time is not super stoked on this flying creature and would rather it be easier to reach. And so
Well, it is right next to her.
And how tall are the ceilings here?
is it?
Oh, not very tall at all. Like we're
Okay.
talking
How is it
15
floating?
feet tall.
Oh,
We're talking like
oh,
a foot or a foot and a half above.
It's like a hover.
oh. Okay.
Yeah,
it's a
covered.
And how big is it?
You can consider this a large creature.
A large creature. Okay.
Little spore geysers kind of firing off it at like random intervals.
Oh, this is it close enough to touch?
It is close enough to touch.
Cool.
It's right next to her.
Cool.
Like-
Light.
Time is gonna do something that she thinks is a little bit risky, but may pay off in the end.
Okay.
And is going to shocking grasp the creature.
Okay.
So
Spicy.
Roll it up.
what's her 7?
+7.
Fuck my life. 12.
12. She essentially touches a certain part of it that and all the electricity weirdly grounds out in like a super dense portion of its body. You don't think it did anything.
And then we want to back off. Is it blocking the corridor in either direction?
It's blocking the doorway itself.
Just the door.
Yeah.
Okay. We're gonna back off 20 feet towards the control room.
So as it's backing out that gaping hole that was like opening up, it suddenly and quicker than time thought lashes out at her.
Shield?
Well, we'll get there when we get there because
Cool.
it's a reaction, so you can pop it up at any
Yeah.
time. Is time hit with a 15?
What is shield? give?
Shield's a +5. +5 is a reaction.
Yeah.
I actually think that even if you do it, I'm going to hit you.
It's gonna hit either way. So we're.
Wait, really?
It was too fast for time,
Yeah.
unfortunately,
She's a 10.
because I don't want to burn that slot.
Okay, so
Jesus.
time takes 10 poison damage, which remember she's got the belt of dwarven kind.
So that's
5 poison damage.
okay.
So
Any other damage?
No, that's it. So this
Sweet.
maw basically just latched onto her body, but there's no teeth or anything like that. So it doesn't really grab her or anything like that. It just sort of almost suctions her in a way, and she slides out of it but then it seeps through her clothes and her skin,
Yeah.
and it starts to affect her sort of neurological, like.
But she's still got 20 feet away. Sweet.
Right, exactly.
And then
Yay, suction grossness. Whoa.
And then Time remembers a conversation later that Joy told her about. Where he's like, hey, was that monster in the doorway? You should tell me.
Okay. So I noticed that in the past couple sessions you're doing this a little like more often. So what are you trying to get at when you say that? I know you're trying to use like
I've been doing it since I started.
No, I got that. But what is your goal right now? Like are you trying to give Joy a little bit of a edge or a heads up as to like what could be happening right now?
I just want to see if the monster is still in the doorway or if it's not, like if it's half in one side and half on the other side, or if it's all the way out.
I don't think we're going to get there pretty quickly. I don't think you really need time to tell you.
It's because they're saying because they're in the chair still. Like they could shut the doorway. If it's in the doorway. Like, shut the door on
No
it.
one's in the chair right now.
I sat down on the chair before the combat started.
Oh, did you?
Yeah. I was sitting down as you were
That's why
telling
Ferg
us
was
to roll
counting
initiative.
down.
Okay. Oh.
To pull Joy out of the chair. And now that there's commotion, Joy is coming out of the chair before the count ends.
Well then, I you know what? I was unaware of that, actually.
Oh.
I didn't actually quite hear that you were in the chair. So let's just kind of back up just a smidge. Joy, you're in the chair. What did you want to accomplish by sitting in the chair?
I was going to open the door, but now since there's apparently a ruckus and stuff going on.
Yeah. Yes, the monster... So... Okay, let's just say, why don't you make a knowledge, either Arcana or Nature? I'll take either one of them.
My Arcana is way better. That is a 14.
Okay, so at the very least, you get a sense of the immediate map of the area, and you can see all of the pinpoints of life all around there. There's a big pinpoint, and it's in like right in the center of the doorway, but it's not life. It's something else. It's weird.
Cool.
But yeah, it is like just pretty much right in the doorway.
Cool, because I want to just slam the door shut if
Great.
it's there.
Make it basically the same check.
Make a luck check.
And you're okay.
17 for Arcana, right?
Yeah. Yes, 17 for Arcana. The doorway halfway closes. But the good news is it does strike the creature. The bad news is it doesn't strike it as much as...
It doesn't bisect it.
Right.
Yeah.
The creature will make a dexterity saving throw. And you will be rolling... I'm going to just basically give you 2d6 plus 4. Like that's going to be like the amount of force that the damage is doing. And dexterity saving throw is going to be a 16, which is going to make it. So I'm going to take half that damage.
Right. 15. So 7, yeah.
Okay, so 7 points.
Yep. Bonk. It was
Okay.
a gentle little bonk.
It just nails it on the top of its sort of round spherical body and sort of slams it, gets a little lower in its sort of hovering capabilities, but yeah, it's still there. Okay, nice.
And to people who are in the room, I look like I just pushed something heavy, like trying to move something that just takes a lot of physical effort.
Yeah.
So,
a little sweat.
Yeah.
Beads, yeah. Okay, so back
Magic Dragon
to
tears.
time. So time moved away. Now we're working on the shadows. So everybody roll a d20.
19.
I will also. Since
18.
12.
Okay, so everyone hit but me. Roll a d8 plus 2.
9. Sorry.
8.
I'm sorry, 9 points of damage?
Yeah.
Ooh.
And then 8 for me.
And 6.
We're hitting this beholder in the eyeball.
7 plus 2.
So
7 plus 2, it's me and you, because I'm a 7 and you're a 2.
okay. A significant amount of damage as arrows fly. One person throws a dagger, that kind of thing. So the shadows are attacking it.
Brock just punches in the mouth.
As much from a distance as possible.
They're feeling a lot more effective after a long rest.
Yes.
Yeah, totally. Okay, so back to the top of the round, Bogey.
Bogey sees all the shadows kind of like rallying and is like, okay, like I fucking got this shit. And is going to. I don't think Bogey would run in to something with a bunch of tentacles and use their short swords, so I think they're just going to hang back still and use their crossbow.
Right.
And go for another attack at it.
Okay.
This one wouldn't be advantage because no one moved in, right?
Correct.
Yeah,
nobody's within 5 feet of it.
And Bogey can make another knowledge nature check if they want to.
Okay, I'll make a. That's wisdom.
It's no, intelligence.
Intelligence. That's an 11.
Yeah, Bogey just doesn't have any clue how to hit this thing.
Okay. Oh, sorry, that was a 9 anyway. I read the wrong stat.
Okay. But yes, attacking the creature.
Yeah, I'm gonna attack with the crossbow.
Let's do it.
20.
20's a hit.
And then
Nice.
poison for this creature.
Sadly, no.
Worth the shot.
Hey.
That's 10 damage.
10 damage. That's something.
We put a decent damage output into this guy so far.
For sure. Okay.
Riddle it with arrows and bolts.
So, from what I understand, Bogey backed off, Time backed off, Shadows backed off,
Mhm.
right? Okay. Joy.
We all kind of went for range.
Yeah. Which is not a bad idea. Joy's real quick just gonna check if there's any other life in that room. Any other
Not
aberrations.
It's not a room, it's a hallway. And the answer is no.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Then don't get up.
Okay.
I don't know how much action all of that takes. Do I have to make a saving throw to leave?
I'm going to just say that kind of disconnecting from we're in combat, so this is, it's an interesting question. Disconnecting from the chair is a bonus action. Just say that.
Okay. Was checking for life just existing? Free action?
Yeah, it was just your senses.
Cool.
Your
I have
senses.
so much more in this turn than I expected to.
Yeah.
I'm gonna.
Yeah, and as a matter of fact, I'm not even going to say it was a bonus action. I'm going to say it was an environmental action. It was like opening a door or closing a door.
Cool.
We should just let you be in the chair the whole time.
Yeah, right? I mean, not petty. I'm just going to go through and...
Hey, I admitted I was wrong.
Yes. No, not me. I mean, Joy.
So what are you doing?
I'm going to go through and... Can I just get a look at it from around the corner, or is it past
If
the
you
other
take
corner?
a double move, yeah, you can get around the corner and actually look at it as it's poking out through the doorway.
All right. None of these are bonus actions. I have a bonus action somewhere. Oh, none are
Spiritual
especially
weapon.
useful.
Yeah, you can cast your spiritual weapon as a bonus action. And 30 feet from you, so you can probably get it close-ish.
Yeah, that's true.
Actually, I think you can do it 60 feet from you, huh?
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, the range is 60 feet.
Yeah,
So
Peek around the
You
corner.
can easily get your spiritual weapon up to it to attack.
boop, I'll do that.
All right, so it manifests as a bonus action.
Burn that second level spell slot.
What?
Boop.
Roll
It's
a
a second level
d20.
spell.
Oh.
There's my d20.
I don't know why when we were talking bonus action, I brought my cantrip.
That is plus my spell count. Oh, 20. 14 plus
20 is
6.
a hit. Yeah.
Yeah.
It smashes into the creature. Roll a d8 plus your wisdom modifier.
Where is my... Right here. Cannot find any of my dice. That is a 6.
6 points.
6 damage. 3 plus 3.
Cool beans.
Yeah.
Nice.
Okay.
Smack it in the head.
And after Joy, the creature begins to... it sort of dislodges itself from the top of the door. And then at that point, the door shuts fully. So it moves and it goes and shuts fully. And then the creature hovers down towards the rest of you. Cannot get to you. Its hovering is almost meandering and drunken. Just this kind of. It's almost like even like running into walls.
Have we been separated by it, or are we all on the same side?
You're all on the same side.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
That's good.
But it does fire one of its rays down at you. Someone roll a d4 for me. Connor, why don't you roll a d4?
Whammies? 1.
So a ray gets fired out in your general direction. This time it's aiming for people of import for whatever reason. So
We've all done roughly equal damage to it, so.
you can see it around the corner. There's time, and then there's bogey.
Does that mean partial cover?
Sure, why not? So, 1, 2, bogey, 3, 4, time, 5, 6, joy. Time.
Oh.
The time needs to make a
Sorry, buddy.
Constitution saving throw.
What's times? Oh.
Okay.
No, time is actually pretty beefy.
Yeah.
My stats are all so
rolled
low.
well.
20.
Did you straight
Okay. Time feels her entire body begin to lock up. She pushes through it, and at the end of the day, not paralyzed.
Yay!
Awesome sauces.
The creature still heads down the hallway, kind of coming at you like an inevitable, slow-moving fungal freight train. Ferg.
How close will 40 feet of movement get me to this creature?
So you have yet to span the distance of the actual room.
Yeah. But I mean...
But here's the deal. You could move across the room and around the corner and throw a javelin.
Yeah.
Or you could do a double move and make it all the way to the creature.
We are going to get to where we can throw a javelin.
Okay.
Bonus action rage.
Okay.
Reckless attack on that javelin.
Oh boy.
Are you hit with a 16?
Yes, I am.
Nice.
Javelin
Yes,
is
nice.
1d6 plus 3.
You hit by a 69.
Jesus. 6 points of damage.
6 points.
That's not too bad.
Using a greatsword? Oh, javelin.
Javelin.
Javelin, so I don't get the strength bonus.
All right. Keth.
How far can 70 feet of movement get me?
Fuck off.
You can
Into the creature's
hit the creature and
mouth.
attack.
All right, I'm going to run up to the creature and I am going to...
You zoom around the corner.
I'm guessing my
Attack it from
staff
the
isn't
ceiling.
active from the last battle anymore.
No, it is not.
Then I... And does this look like the type of creature that I shouldn't touch?
Most likely, yes.
Is it schleppy?
God damn it.
Are you learning?
It's actually not like glistening, weirdly wet like the blob tars.
So maybe
So
I
you're
can
not
touch
sure.
it.
That you can.
I feel like Bill's trying to get me to touch it.
Berg yells after.
Let's not read into that.
As I'm running past
after
you.
that, don't fucking touch it.
And Ket's like, on it, boss, and like grabs his staff off his back as he's running up and does like his run, like double hit at the thing.
But you jump off both walls, like pew pew whack.
Parkour.
Yeah.
Are you hit with a? I think it's +6. Sorry, I'm looking at the wrong sheet.
That 14 plus 6?
Yeah.
Yes, I am hit.
That is going to be a D8.
7.
1. Oh, 7. Nice. 7 plus 3, so that's 10.
10 points. Smack. It is still up.
And then I'm going to do my extra attack. Double with my staff, basically. Like I hit it, and then I'm going to come back with like a back swing and hit it again.
Okay.
Fuck that shit up. Are you hit with a 18?
Yes, I am.
And 18.
Yes, I am.
Damage. 8 points.
8 points.
And I will not punch it because my friend told me not to punch it.
Okay.
But I really want to punch it.
Punch the wall instead.
Instead, I'm gonna I'm gonna use a key point to. Actually, I don't have to. I'm gonna bonus action disengage with my my chief thing that's letting me move. That's one of the things I can do with it. Is a bonus action dash or disengage, and it gives me 30 feet of bonus move of extra movement.
Christ.
Yeah.
You can move almost 200 feet in a round.
Yeah.
So you zip back. Do you zip back past time?
I don't know if I can go back that far because I don't have extra movement. I just assumed I have probably like 10 feet-ish left, but I just wanted to disengage and move kind of away from the creature.
Okay.
If that makes any sense. It doesn't seem like it's moving very fast, so I figured I'm going to move back towards my friends, but I'm still going to end up being the closest one to it.
Okay.
Like, like 10 feet? Does that sound
10
right?
10 feet sounds great.
Okay.
It's Time's turn.
Did the javelin that Ferg threw stick into the creature?
Yes, it did.
Fucking grasp that.
No.
Ow.
Right?
It's wood anyway. Electricity and wood don't really.
Oh, yeah, I forgot. We can't use metal, or, like, there's not a lot of metal.
But
Yeah.
you can set
Wood
a fire.
javelins.
I miss fire.
So if it's stuck in the creature, that's technically carried. Are there any loose rocks around that I can
Not
see?
so much. No, this is all very
There's Kath, but
worked stone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did any of the arrows from any of the archers fall to the ground?
No, they all stuck in. Yeah. I'm sorry to make life difficult for you, but
No, it's
you guys all
they stuck in.
Oh
or
no,
shattered.
there was one. There was one that actually
You missed.
That I missed.
Yeah.
So I'll say odds. It's right below the creature.
What's she trying to do with this?
So it
find it.
actually flew past and down the hall.
is it within 60 feet of me?
Yes.
Cool. We are going to catapult that shit right back into the creature.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Fancy.
Little force power.
A little force power. Would strike a creature. So I need a dex save on a DC 15, please. I'm guessing it's slow, so it doesn't have very good dex.
I rolled an 8.
Awesome sauce. So you take 3d8 bludgeoning damage.
Yeah, you do.
From an arrow that does
I'm going to say
1d6?
3d8 piercing damage, but
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fair. No, they hit you with the fletching side.
You get smacked. You get real tickled with
Yeah.
feathers.
It's actually 3d8 psychic damage.
Swampy Stormy.
Swampy Stormy.
10, 15 points of damage.
15.
Nice.
Damage.
Okay, so that just
Oh,
blew
damn
a
it.
hole through it, and while it is still floating, it's like doing this like listy thing to the side, to the left, and to the right, and to the back, and to the front.
I just wanted to party.
So
I don't know why that sounded like Barney so much.
So after where we were,
Shadows.
shadows. Everybody roll a d20.
14.
Rolling that one.
Oh, 4.
11. We got a 1. Everybody drink.
Hey, I'm totally out of... I'll drink these pens.
So you rolled a 14.
Yeah.
You rolled a.
11.
What did you roll?
4.
A 4. Okay, so you were the only one that hit that time, Fisher. So roll a d8 plus 2.
Yeah.
Less effective round.
10.
Nice.
Really?
Oh.
Yes.
Super effective for you, though.
Boom.
Rolling
Yeah.
pretty max
Well,
damage, though.
Because Lee recognized its type and used a counter.
Damn.
Well, because
And
you can't use ground attacks against flying creatures.
Lee
Duh.
basically just shoved the arrow like right central, and then all of a sudden it just goes plop onto the ground.
It dies?
Not moving at all.
Maybe.
Mm-hmm.
Does it disintegrate into a pile of goo, or
It does-
does
it does
stay
not.
whole?
Okay.
Cool.
Well, okay,
What's
so
mushroom
since
soup?
we know that you can open the doors without hurt, you should just go open the door really quick.
We know how that ended last time. Like, I mean, I'll do it. I'll do
Joy,
it. But like,
go fucking open the
All
door.
right, fine.
If you're not back in 1 minute,
Joy goes and fucking opens the door.
as you sit down again,
Oh shit!
I need you to this time roll
Keth
a
follows
wisdom
Joy.
saving throw.
Oh, that is real good.
You're wise.
That's okay.
Wisdom.
That's a 22.
Okay, so
16 plus 6.
you realize that the Rock Queen is now looking for people that are sitting in the chair.
Cool.
She's actively like searching out
Mm-hmm.
folks. You were able to give her the mental slip, as it were.
Ooh.
So, but you sit down in the chair, open the door,
Mm-hmm. And the other door.
and the other door.
Hasn't been that much of a slip.
Roll another wisdom save.
No, that's it was
That
cocked
was
on a 20.
That was cocked on a 20. I saw that too. That's
Oh, cool. 9.
Okay.
Can we go with the 20 instead?
So,
Inspiration?
She said-
Yeah, I'll use inspiration.
okay.
Because it's what time is it? It's,
It's about that time.
Yeah.
is this
use it.
metagaming? It's 10 o'clock. So yeah,
No, that's the kind of metagaming.
it's,
12.
18.
Yeah.
Cool. So,
Literally double.
I will say that she gets close enough to you
Mm-hmm.
that she says, "See you. Only one left. I will have." And then you get up.
I'm just like, nope.
Bye.
I turn around and set the chair off. No, I'm not going to set anything on fire.
And you realize that she's making a reference to all the dwarves that she killed around Cragst.
Oh, what a dick. That's a low blow, man.
You were the last dwarf on Crag's. How
That-
much does that suck?
Well, I mean, according to the fucking dagger, Time's also a dwarf, so I'm not bitter.
Do you come back to the rest of us?
Yes.
Also, there's
and
Barak.
Tell us
Oh,
what
yeah, Brad's
happened?
cool. Yeah, I'm like, okay, door's open. You probably noticed that. She
Yeah.
found me.
Who
but,
found you?
Rock Queen.
Fuck, really? God
But,
damn it.
but,
He's
but
like, who
it's
do you
okay.
think?
I got away. She taunted me a little bit, but that's okay. I have a thick skin. Words don't hurt me, but sticks and stones, that stuff. Let's go.
I will break your bones. Yeah, let's go. No more sitting in the chair.
I want to
know,
investigate
I've
the
learned
room
my
that the
lesson.
monster came out of.
Yeah.
Yeah, that hallway.
It's actually way more of a hallway than a room.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
The hallway.
Also, you and I should now just crack open locks like we did last time. It ends a lot better.
Right?
Let's just boop.
Remember how I had a plan in the first place?
So for future reference, we will crack open.
Nobody is sitting in chairs until we.
But what if we find the
fix-
flight chair? Can we please fly the city?
Yeah, totally.
After we
but
kill
we gotta
the
kill
rock
her
queen.
first.
Okay. But
I know you want to fly this
I
city,
don't want to fly the city.
but first, dibs. Second, let's kill the rock.
Okay.
No.
So it's more of a hallway. You're still going down it, or
Yes.
are you okay? So give me a little who's first, who's second,
Ferg's
who's third.
first.
Okay,
I'll go
Ferg's
second.
First,
Bogey right behind Keth to get off a clean shot.
I'll be back in the backpack.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I have better armor than time.
You're heading down the hallway.
Very good.
And
have petrified
the
armor.
growth down this hallway is way more sort of confining than it has been.
Mm-hmm.
And it doesn't take you long to realize that up ahead, so you see that there is a set of doors that you can kind of barely see within the fungal growth of this place. But then up ahead, the hallway continues until it kind of gets too constricted. Like it's just like densely packed with fungal growth. And that's when you see the pair of eyes open up within the fungal growth. And you realize that you're facing her once again. And that's where we'll end tonight.
Quick question on. I don't know how to phrase this. Is my rage still active?
No.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
That's. Yeah.
Kath, calm
That was
down a
actually
little bit.
perfectly phrased. Just want to say that.
I wanted to get fancier about it, but
Okay, got
yeah.
Blood's still boiling. Yeah. So that's where we will end tonight.
but also I'm gonna have nightmares now.
Well, that's great. Mission accomplished.
I really wish the door thing had worked better. I mean, it worked, but I wish it had worked better.
Oh, you mean like the slamming of the door?
Yeah.
I was actually impressed by how much y'all accomplished with said door.
Mm-hmm. Doors are great. I'm Doors friends. Doors love me.
You're endorsing them?
I have the greatest door.
I have the greatest door. It's too soon, actually. So, thank you for joining us for the Terra Sentia series, a Dungeons & Dragons homebrew campaign produced by us, Critical Missfits Entertainment. You can find us on YouTube as well as wherever you get your audio podcasts, iTunes, Spotify, Podbean, all that good stuff. Be sure to subscribe and rate us wherever you listen to us or watch us. And if you like what you heard, be sure to check out our other show, The Trappist Transfer, every other Thursday on Twitch TV.
Yeah.
Thank you to our viewers, and a special thank you to our patrons. Thank you so much. You make our show possible every week, and we couldn't do it without you.
We really do love you.
At that, we will bid you adieu.
Avita Sin.
I shall push the
Goodbye.
button now.
Don't let the door hit you on the way
is
out.
now being pushed. Auf Wiedersehen.
Bye.